Hi everybody, how you doing? This is Becky Miller, also known as Check with Beck. You can find me on Poshmark at Beck's Closet or find me on the web at beckscloset.store. So today what I'm going to talk about is just a little tip or a trick that I use when I do my steaming. So I have a garment here, and most of us, we have this, the steamer down here. So this is a Rowenta, and my steamer, like most of them do, you have your water tank. Well, I found this thing that was down here in Florida, we call it Publix, and it is right here that you see on this chair. This is actually Lysol, and it says it kills 99% of bacteria. But this is not Lysol that you would put on your floor or countertops or disinfecting anything. This is actually an additive to disinfect in your laundry because it says laundry sanitizer with no bleach. So I have put some of that into my water, and when I do my steaming, I will use it to steam. Even though that I know that if you use, I don't have it in here. Yes, I do. Sorry about that. If you use distilled water, not spring water, distilled water, it works better in your steamer. And depending on where you're at, if you most likely use tap water, you're going to find a bunch of scaling in your machine or in the tank where the water comes out. That'll be in there. So I go with the distilled, not even spring water. I go with distilled water, and it's a lot cleaner, and it doesn't clog up your machine, and you won't get lime scale or anything. And so this Lysol is actually a new, I'm actually trying this out, and I've used it a couple of times already, and it does make the garments smell good. And I've actually done it on a few garments when I first started this, to use the steamer and before I washed them. So I actually went and thrifted them. And I brought them home, and I wanted to see how well this does, because when you go thrifting, most likely the people that donate their clothes do not wash them. Or they have washed them, they have folded them, they shoved them in drawers or trunks or totes or bags or boxes or whatever, that when they've decided they don't want them anymore, and so they sit there, and then they give them to Goodwill. And then usually they have that, if it's in a trunk, it smells like a trunk. If they have it in, a cedar drawer, it smells like a cedar. If it's in a box, you can tell it smells like box. And if they use any fabric softener, it has a smell over time as it sits. It doesn't smell nice and fresh. It smells like stinky body odor. So I'm not lying, it does. So this Lysol stuff, I just decided, well, I came back from a sourcing haul, so I'm going to see how well this works. So I used it, and we'd already know with steaming how it gets out the wrinkles anyway. But I wanted to see if it got the smell out when I had actually added some of this Lysol to the water. So it actually does. It does take it out. I just have to watch, though, when I am steaming here in the room, because I have a lovely noisemaker called the smoke alarm. And it seems to go off because the steam rises up to the ceiling. So it makes it go off. And if you are by chance wondering how come I have my shirt tucked into my pants, is because I had some white laser surgery done on my hip to actually fix a scar. So for 8 days, I have to put lotions on and creams on and tissue repair stuff. You can't see my knee, but I have it on my knee, and they had done my throat area too. So what it is that I have had was some scars, and they did some laser work on them to try to get rid of them. So if you can find this Lysol in an area where you're located, or if they have it at a store, I would say to add this to, well, I'm not going to tell you to add it because it's not good for people with sensitive skin. If you have very sensitive skin, I would not use this Lysol on it. I do use it. I put it on there for the fact of what's going on in the world today. Everybody is so, about this COVID stuff. Well, this is sanitizing it before it leaves my house. So after this, it'll get minimal hand care. So by the time it gets to whoever buys this garment, it will be nice and clean and steamed and disinfect. Now, I know I haven't heard anything about this COVID lasting anywhere on fabrics or clothing or anything like that. But of course, you can't take that risk, and you got to be as safe as you can. And in the reselling business, I think that's what each of us should do. I mean, we own our own business, but you should have all the precautions that you can for your own general safety and others. So, like I said, I found this Lysol here. And I found this at Publix. This was the only grocery store I've seen it in. I have not seen it in Walmart. Does not mean that they will currently, that they might have it now. And I don't know if, probably most likely, the Lysol company had developed that for the laundry. And to tell you the truth, I do every week when I do my son's laundry, I will wash it in that because he is in the public school system since now that they're open back up. He does go to school, and I have no idea when they have recess, what they do, who he comes in contact with, who he's touching, because he's bringing all of that stuff home. So when he's out there and he's amongst, his peers in school, things will get onto his clothes. And so to basically keep anything from spreading to the other members of the household when you wash the clothes, I separately keep all of his clothes together. And I've started to add this in the laundry with his clothes. Now, there are marks on the inside that will let you know if you want, if it's a small load for how much to put in there, if it's a large load, how much to put in there. But so far, this has been doing great for the house. And it's not a strong smell. This one is crisp linen. I don't know if they have any other smells, but I would stay with this one. I will stay with this one. I don't want to get anything that's flowery or smells like mangoes or anything like that. So again, my name is Becky Miller with Beck's Closet. You can find me on the internet at beckscloset.store. So watch my next videos. Follow my channel for the next little tip or trick on reselling that I will bring you in my 30-day journey. Bye!